Finding derivatives of cyclic functions and antiderivatives of cyclic function. So let's do some derivatives on the left and some antiderivatives on the right. So if we have a function of x to be sine x, what is the derivative of sine x? The derivative of sine x, and this is also in the formula sheet in the back of the test usually, or it's written in your summary notes for paper 2. Now, if we look at the function cos x, but the derivative of cos x is negative sine x. Okay, that's the derivative. Let's do antiderivatives over here. If a function of x equals sine x, what is the antiderivative? So we will use the primitive capital F of x. And the antiderivative of sine x is negative cos x. Careful here. If the antiderivative of sine x is cos x, negative cos x, the derivative of negative cos x is positive sine x. So remember the opposite to test. Now, if a function of x is cos x, what is the antiderivative of cos x? Oh, I've forgotten something up here. Plus c, very important. Otherwise, it's not correct. The antiderivative of cos x is, in fact, sine x plus c. All right, because the derivative of a constant is 0, and the integral of 0 is a constant. 0 is invisible, so you couldn't see it up here. All right, let's just ask a different way, slightly different. We've got a little bit of whiteboard here. So what's the integral of sine x plus cos x plus 3x squared? All right, this is antiderivative. So the antiderivative of sine x is negative cos x. The antiderivative of cos x is simply sine x. And the antiderivative of 3x squared is 3x cubed over 3, and that 3 will cancel. So you're left with negative cos x plus sine x plus c. Good. Next lesson, next session, let's get a little bit more complicated with our sine x's and our cos x's, shall we?